Hello my bookish besties and welcome into another video. Today we are going to be reorganizing my bookshelves and discussing the 2026 releases that I'm kind of making room for on my bookshelves. Can y'all cut it out? My dogs are sitting right here next to me, so if you hear that, sorry about that. But anywho, the moral of the story, we have to get some cleaning done. I know I literally just did this like 2 months ago, but I was influenced and I did a thing. I bought like pretty much all of the Cassandra Clares. So I do need to reorganize my bookshelf to fit these. They are pretty big actually. And I know for a fact that there's more in this series that I will probably purchase at some point. But what I'm thinking, my current game plan, is I think I'm going to move the Jessa Hastings and the Emily Henry from this bottom shelf down here. They don't really fit the vibe of the rest of this shelf, to be honest, because this is obviously my, heavy fantasy shelf. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to move those over there to where I store kind of the rest of my romances. And then we're going to do just kind of a general cleaning out of the books over there. Do a little, what is that called? An audit, I guess. We'll just kind of look at them, kind of reevaluate. Do I think I'm going to read these in the next year or two? And then we'll talk about what books we are making space for on the shelf, because like I said, 2026 is coming and it's coming fast. So let's go ahead and clean out the shelf. Okay, I do think the first step is figuring out which of these shelves I want to put them on. My first instinct is one of these two shelves. These are kind of romances that I liked but didn't love, but I want to keep them still. And then this shelf is more of my YA romances. So we got our K.L. Walthers and our Jenny Han. The dogs are wrestling, as I'm sure you can hear. But then also it kind of makes sense to keep them close to all of this, because like this is my Allie Hazelwood collection, my Christina Lauren collection. Oh, why is being a book owner so hard? I just want to keep everything. Okay, I think I'm gonna move these. This is the one that makes the most sense to me right now. I might need to move 2 shelves though, to be honest, because I also have, maybe these need to also move back. Because I also have my Jessa Hastings. Okay. Let me grab them. It's not perfect, but it's also not awful. The only thing that kind of sucks is I want to have all of my books showing all the time. I probably should make a shelf of like romances I don't really like. Like I still like these, but like they're kind of lower priority, I like some of these. Oh, actually, I need to make room for, I need to make room for Mate. Because I know for a fact I have that. It's in my house at this moment. That means Metal Slinger. I'm going to stick it right there for just like a momentary second in time, because I think I'm going to have to fit it down here with the rest of my fantasies that live over here. Bookshelf is dusty. Ugh. Okay, well, anywho, that's what we got so far. I went ahead and just put those all down there. Nothing fancy to the layout. Just kind of moved them out. Might face 1 or 2 of them forward, but like I said, I know there's more of these that I will buy eventually. So like, I don't know. Okay, just remembered I do have 2 more. I have this Lady Midnight book, which is actually signed, which is pretty cool. Found it at my library on sale. And then I do have this library copy of the Shadowhunters Codex. Don't necessarily love it, but It's like it's got the stuff, but I own it, you know? So I'm just gonna put there too, I guess. Actually, no, maybe I'll stick this behind because I won't be getting to that anytime soon. Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and tackle that shelf right there. I have a lot of fantasy romances that I've started that I don't necessarily dislike, but I don't really care if they get displayed. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this to a 2-shelf situation. First, we got Waterman that I'm going to go ahead and move to the back. Let's see. Forgery of Roses. I really like this one, but I think I have others I'd rather display in the front over it. Blood Over Blight Haven. I did not enjoy that one, but I feel kind of cool owning it. So we've got Long Live Evil. This is the first book in a series that I don't think the next book has a timeline coming out yet, but when and if it does, I definitely want to pick up the second one. Also, this is a signed copy, so I don't want to get rid of it, but again, don't necessarily need it on super display. Twin Crowns. I read this because I have heard that it's similar to The Princess and the Pauper, which I do really enjoy, but I don't know that I'd continue the series. But also, I love this cover and stuff, so again, that'll go towards the back. And then I have a Book of the Month copy of The Everlasting. I listened to the advanced listeners copy of this, and I kind of want to reread it at some point. But for now that is not that point. Look at the art in here. This is the kind of stuff you don't get when you strictly listen to books, which, like, in my opinion, obviously that's still reading, but some of this stuff is so cool. Like, oh my gosh. Anywho, I will give this a reread someday, but not today. So, again, towards the back it goes. Anything on this shelf that I could kind of move? Let's see. Well, these are all unread, so maybe I should leave them alone. This is my unread fantasies. Metal Slinger, I think I should move down because it is a fantasy. The Language of Dragons. This is another one that I got as a advanced copy. The second book comes out soon, and I'm really excited about it. But I do think for now, this will go kind of in the back. Let's see. I feel like I have another fantasy up here. Maybe not. I don't think so, actually. But, anywho. Okay, Metal Slinger. I think I want this one in the front. I really, really liked Metal Slinger. The Knight and the Moth, I didn't love very much, but I do have this really pretty copy. I think I'm going to stick it in the back, yeah. And then a Shepherd King duology. Go ahead and put that in the front here. And then this is my Only a Villain trilogy, or sorry, Only a Monster. So I did really like these, at least the first two. The third one, the jury's still out, but okay. I have a little room there now. This is all of my read fantasies. I do have another book over here. Here, I'll pan to it. I do have another book up there. You can't even see it. I read Belladonna, but I kind of like that all four of them are up there together. Yeah. That is the updated fantasy red shelf. Maybe I should put Gallant down there too. I didn't really love this, but again, it's kind of one of those, I don't know that I want to get rid of it. So we'll just kind of... And then I do have this gargoyle guy from The Knight and the Moth. Guess I'll just stick him here with my Rachel Gillig items. But, anywho, I'm happy with that. I wish I could show off stuff, but YOLO. Okay, so here's kind of the update. I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of in the mood to purge, even though I just did this. Like, I don't know, reading is so hard because there are so many things on here that I'm like, I'd love to read you, but also I have to be realistic about my timing. And I don't think I have time to read everything I own. Like these 4, for example. These feel very low priority to me right now. But I also don't know that I want to get rid of them. So if you've read any of these, let me know. Jade City, I'm tempted to get rid of this copy. It's one I found in like a clearance bin at a Goodwill one time, and it's really beat up. I do want to read this, but they just released those new really pretty editions, so I'd kind of rather get that. I don't know. And then like these 2, I don't know that I care about them anymore. I don't know that I care about these Rebecca Yarros romances anymore. Most of the rest, like these, I don't know that I care about these. I don't know. Like, why is reading so hard? Why can't I just have infinite time to read everything I've ever wanted to read? And why can't I just have infinite space to keep every book I've ever thought about? You know? You know what I'm saying? There's also just some like genres that I don't really gravitate towards anymore. Like, I don't really read romances, but I have like 3 shelves of romances back here behind me. I do love reading mystery, but I don't gravitate towards them the most, and I do have a couple of mystery shelves down there. Guys, I hate it. And then like I have shelves like this, right? Like this one. It doesn't inspire me at all. I look at this shelf and it just seems very boring. I think it's the colors. There's a lot of grays and purples and blues in this shelf, and like these are all books that I technically want to read, but when I look at them, I don't know. Maybe that's something I should do, is like rearrange in the aspect of putting books that inspire me next to each other. Because like, I don't know, this Robin Hobb book, for example, it's gotten kind of beat up actually. I really, really want to read this pretty soon. This is one of the series that, what is that bookmark? Oh, I forgot about this. It was in one of the books at Barnes & Noble's. It says, if you got this, the bookmark fairy only visits the best books. So if you choose this book, you'll get a great book plus a nifty bookmark. That's kind of cool. I forgot about that. But anywho, this is one of the series I really, really want to prioritize next year. Maybe I should just go ahead and remove these 4. I kind of want to make like a purge shelf. Like a shelf that I could, if I decide I don't want the books anymore, I would get rid of them and not feel very bad about it. These fit down here to me. These, can they both fit? Oh no. Maybe variation on them. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I might go ahead and get rid of this because I do know that I'll probably just buy the other copy. Because like this one's pretty roughed up, to be honest. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and move that. Oh, I need to dust my shelf so bad. Oh well. I think what I'm gonna do is I will make this the start of series where I only have the first one. Let's see. Or maybe I should just put books that have similar energies together. It's like for some reason this duology feels like it belongs there. Precious, Assassin's Apprentice. These can go here. Variation I will stick up here. See, okay, I'll be honest. I bought the Iron Widow only because I found it at a Half Price Books signed, and I thought that was really cool. I also didn't think I owned any books that were like of Asian influence. So I thought this would be cool. But I've heard the second book isn't very good, which makes me not really want to read the first book anymore. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Oh no. They're just big enough. Okay, we got it. Don't worry, guys. See, then I have these two, but these books are so big. I don't even remember why I bought this. If I remember right, it's like moon magic, maybe? Yeah, so it's lunar magics. It's a lunar magic college. And it does still sound really good. It's just, this book is massive. And I have so many other massive books to also get to. But I did find the sequel for 50% off last year. And if I remember right, it's only these two. Oh. There's a really long list of trigger warnings, which is kind of crazy because this is a YA book, but maybe I'll read these soon. I feel like I am one of those people that I'm cursed that the longer I own a book, the less interested in it I become. Let me know if you feel that way. Okay, we're back for the 2026 releases on my radar portion of today's video. I have this sticky note here where I've written down some of the releases I am excited about, so let's go through them. The first one on my list is Red God by Pierce Brown. Please, for the love of God, release it! It doesn't have an official release date yet, but the vibes are vibing like it's going to release in 2026. And if it does, y'all best believe I am going to pre-order it like the day it's announced. So that's number one. Next is ACOTAR. I have a feeling we're going to get the next ACOTAR in 2026. Again, it's technically not released, but I'm a hopeful woman, okay? So I think those are my... Oh, and third, Emily Henry. She's probably going to release a book. Again, it's not announced. But I'm Delulu. And I have a feeling she will release one. I think those are all of my anticipated ones that I am expecting but haven't been announced yet. So now let's get into the actual list. First, we have Deadbeat by Leigh Bardugo. This has been announced for sometime in next September. We don't have an official date or an official cover yet, but it is coming next September. This is the third book in the Alex Stern series, and I'm really, really excited. Next, we have And Now Back to You by B.K. Borison. This is, I believe, coming out next February. I'm really, really excited for this one. I loved First Time Caller. I am debating if I want to wait and get a if I want to get a Book of the Month copy of it, or if I want to go ahead and buy a real version of the first one so that they match. But you know what? I got time to figure that out. Next, we have No Matter What by Cara Bastone. I think this has a March, I almost said due date. A March release date, but again, I would have to double check. This one I'm really excited about. I've read her two other books. I think there's only two, but I loved both of them. Also, the cover for this new one is stunning. Absolutely stunning. We also have The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez. I'm a little scared for this one because I didn't love her last book, but I've loved historically everything else, and this one sounds really good. And again, the cover and the edition and stuff for this is just stunning. This one, I saw it online. Like someone in a blog of like 2026 releases had this, but I don't remember seeing her announce this anywhere. But someone said that Ashley Poston's next book is going to be called The Someday Garden. So if that's real, I'm excited for that. And then I also wrote down The Graceless Heart. I didn't put a name with this one for some reason. It's Isabel something, but I've seen this one floating around a lot, and one of my favorite artists is doing some of the art for the promo for this book. and I'm really excited. I think it'll be really good. I can't remember what it's about, but I do know it's like a fantasy. Yeah, that's about all I got. But I'm excited for it. I think that one comes out in January. Next, we've got Light Wielder. This is book 2 of the Metal Slinger series by Rachel Schneider. I, unpopular opinion, I guess, loved Lightbringer. Lightbringer? Metal Slinger. What am I talking about? But I really, really loved the first book, so I'm really, really excited to read this second book. I'm really hoping it'll be really good. I think it will be. I'm really curious what happens, though, because if you know, you know. That ending was bonkers. I think that one comes out in January as well. And then I have Everyone in This Bank is a Murder Suspect. Or Everyone in This Bank is a Suspect, I guess. That's by Benjamin Stevenson. This is book 4 of the Ernest something books. They are Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone, that series. I love those books. This one again comes out in January. I have it pre-ordered. The second it shows up to my doorstep, that's probably what I'm going to read. I love this series. I genuinely cannot recommend it enough. I am so jealous that I don't live in Australia because it's already released over there. I'm an impatient lady, okay? The next 2 are by the same author. They are both by K.L. Walther. She's like a YA romance author I like a lot. She has 2 books coming out next year. One is called Where a Bad Idea Right, and the other one is The Summer of Second Chances. I just like her romances. They're quick, easy reads. I really enjoy them. This next one's really exciting. We have Six of Crows, A Darker Shore, Letters from Ketterdam. This was the short story collection from Six of Crows that Leigh Bardugo has recently kind of teased and announced. That's coming out next July, I want to say. And I'm really, really excited about this one. I love Six of Crows, so I'm so excited to get back in that world. It's kind of making me want to do a reread. I've also been kind of thinking about ordering the hardcover copies of Six of Crows because I own pretty much the rest of her books in hardcover. So let me know what I should do. And then I only have a couple more here. I also have The Knave and the Moon by Rachel Gillig. This one releases on my birthday next year. My birthday next year is on a release Tuesday, which I think is really cool. And this is one of the books coming out on that day. However, I have mixed opinions. I didn't really like The Night and the Moth, but like, I'm intrigued just enough to try to read the next one. You know? Like, was it predictable? Yeah. Did it give me major ick? Yeah. Do I still want to know what happens? Unfortunately. So, it's another one I'll probably buy. Probably will buy the really nice hardcover expensive edition to match the one I own too, so. And then, last but not least, the books of the ones that I have pre-ordered or that are on my radar. I have Roles and Rivalries by Christy Boyce. She wrote the Dungeons and Drama and the Dragons and Dating. I love those books. They're just a cozy little YA, like, Dungeons and Dragons themed romance novels, and I love them so much. The first one was about a girl joining a D&D group, but she's like a really big theater nerd. I loved that one. And then Dragons and Dating. I can't remember what the kind of like microtrope there was. She might have been like class president, maybe? Can't remember, but that one was also phenomenal. And then this third one sounds like it's going to be about a girl that is a drum major, I want to say, and obviously D&D is involved there too, but I'm really, really excited for it. But anywho, those are the books that are kind of on my release radar as of right now. I'm sure so many more will get announced that I will get excited about, but let me know down in the comments below what books you are looking forward to reading in 2026, whether or not they're a new release, but if I missed any exciting new releases, be sure to let me know. I do know that there are several new releases that I didn't discuss just because they're on my radar, but not really. Like, I know Silver Elite has a release coming out. Shield of Sparrows. Those kind of books, they have releases coming out, but I still haven't read the first book. So they're on my radar, but like not super high, because if I don't read the first book, I probably won't pre-order it, you know what I mean? But anyhow, enough rambling. What I was saying is, let me know what books you're excited to read. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I really hope to catch you in the next one, and I love you so much.